When I get asked, Paul, what do you do? My answer is very simple. I solve sales problems, period.
This is called the OPC, which I sent to you guys, but we're going to go into it. Now, the OPC is the most powerful process in selling you could ever master. Movie business does this, big marketing companies do this. Anybody who's into multi-conglomerate or selling, this is what they use. Now, I created this OPC, but it's the same premise when I was producing movies, okay?
Oh, by the way, the movie strike ended Monday.
Huh?
The writers settled their claim Monday.
Did they?
Yeah. So my son's gonna go back to work.
8 months?
8 months.
Oh, wow. Is he a writer? He's a writer?
He was the $1 million plus home by himself, Tucson. And his monthly expenses is about 12,000. Pays child support and what do you call it when you pay a woman? Alimony, and he helps his son in college a little extra than he's supposed to or needs to. But insurance and all that stuff is big for him. Okay.
Insurance is the biggest legal scam business in the
I understand that, but you gotta have it. He's gonna get pulled over a movie because they say something about the blacks or the Hondurans or the migrants or whatever, and he doesn't do scripts, but he does the set design. He's the set design. And he says it's really bad.
Okay, so the O is the opening. Okay, the opening of a phone call, the opening of an email, the opening of a text. Anytime you make an initial contact and you're the one doing it, is the most important thing you can do, right? The opening, when you do the opening, you have to have some perceived value from the get-go. Now, how difficult is that to give perceived value when you're just saying hello, right? My name is Paul, blah, blah, blah. The value that you give and the perceived value is how you handle their objection. I'll be brief to the point. I know that you're busy.
I think that's good.
Okay. So what does...
But you can't talk 20 minutes after you say that. We can't talk for 20 minutes after we say something.
I talk 28 minutes after.
I understand that.
Don't cut me short. Nah, I just kidding. Okay, so the first thing is that you have to understand there has to be a perception or perceived value, right? Because there's only 3 values. There's perceived value, intrinsic value, and real value, which we're gonna go over. Okay, now what is the opening supposed to do in the initial stages of the conversation? Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, get their attention.
Right.
Set the tone.
Get to the point.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You set the tone, right? Whatever that tone is, right? You set the tone to a relationship, right? Isn't that what we talk about? Okay? I just set the tone for this guy, even though we haven't spoken for 12 days, right? So in those 12 days, things got a little cold, right? But I made sure I stood in front of his mouth by the emails I sent to him, the text messages, let him know I'm still here. Not a lot, just listen, just I'm excited, I can't wait, Miss Jody, blah, 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 right? I still kept the tone there, but there's nothing better than conversation. And that's what we were able to do. I kept the tone. First thing, hey, Paul, how you doing? That means I left some kind of value to him, right? Some perceived value. So you set the tone. Now, the second thing you must do is you have to show value. Whatever that value is. What's your value? So let's... If I'm on the phone with you and you don't have any experience, what's your value?
Solving sales problems.
Okay, how do you do that?
By our strategy.
This should come automatic for you. I've been involved, blah, 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 blah. That's your value, right? You have some experience. The strategy is, some people use it different. You may be more valuable in executing that strategy than she is or than I am, right? So it all depends how you convey that value, right? So again, it's perceived value because they don't really know who you are. And most times, if you say, this is Paul Cruz with Remax or Keller Williams, they know the brand Keller Williams Remax, right? So they're really buying them, they're not buying you. You just happen to be an agent for them. That's what the key is. You know, Jody Hooper team. Well, who's Jody Hooper? Who's Satan Smith? Who the hell is that? Right? So they have to buy you first, right? So in order to buy you, you have to show some value. And all you have in the beginning of anything is what?
Your knowledge and experience.
Okay. What do you think?
Our commitment. I'm the one that preaches, teaches commitment.
I'm a member of a team that has been doing this, 31 plus years.
Okay. What do you think, Celeste?
I have to go with Mark. I would say the same.
Okay. You're all right, but the number one thing is your voice. How you convey what you know and what you have, because they won't know that, right? Your voice could sound like shit, and they'll be like, man, I don't like the way this person. They may not tell you that, but you gotta understand that, right? So the voice, that's how you show. For example, me, all I have is my voice until they meet with me, right? What else do I have? Nothing unless we do a Zoom call, right? Which I'm gonna start preparing people. Hey, you buy a computer? Let me Zoom call you. Let's do a call so that way you know who I am.
That occurred to me with Steve. Because he says, I'm the person that wants to meet face to face.
Right.
He's not going to talk on the phone. He's not going to do emails. He's not going to do that. He says, I want to just talk with you face to face. And I said, good. I'm ready for an eyeball to eyeball meeting.
I remember.
And he's laughed.
Yeah.
But you have to listen. In order for you to show value, your value has to be not what they don't want.
That's correct. Now, the number 3 thing is this. Think about
That to me, Paul, is
okay. This is what I've
I don't
learned.
care how you sound, how you do whatever. If you can't earn their trust and be respectful of them,
Right.
it's not going to work.
Just think about this. When you cold call somebody, right? You have 3 to 5 seconds to get their attention, to earn respect, to earn trust, to show value. How the hell do you do that? Think about that. That's a lot to try to gain in that short period of time. The way you set the tone is the way you're going to earn respect, earn trust, develop respect, and you have to give them something, not get something. You have to give.
That's right. Look at the automobile workers.
Right. So this is this is what the opening must establish. If you can't master this, the rest of it is irrelevant.
So let's go around the room and let them practice on this.
We're gonna do that in school.
Oh,
Yeah. I just gotta get the B and the C because this is all really one, but I like to break it in components. So when you are in the story and you transition from the opening to the bottom, you understand the purpose of that. And that's the next. Does that make sense? You okay, Celeste?
Yeah.
You didn't sleep well last night.
She's sick.
She's sick.
She's got allergies.
I miss her wittiness, you know.
She's sick. She's kind of quiet.
Everybody got this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the opening. Now,